remember the first time I realized the world could be quietly cruel. It wasn't dramatic. No shouts, no glaring lights, no immediate heartbreak. Just a small, almost imperceptible moment when I saw the man I loved, Daniel Harris, could smile at me while hiding a life I would never know. I was 21, fresh out of college, working at a small publishing office in the city. He was charming, witty, ambitious. He made me feel alive, like I was the only person in the world who mattered. The kind of love you don't question, even when whispers nag at the edges of your mind. We married in the summer of 1978, a modest ceremony in the city hall. My parents barely approved, but I didn't care. I had him, and for the first few years he was perfect. He cooked breakfast on Sunday mornings, brought me flowers without reason, laughed at my worst jokes. Life felt infinite. Then slowly, almost imperceptibly, the cracks began to appear. It started with little things. Missed dinners, unexplained phone calls, long business trips that smelled of lies. I didn't notice at first. Love blinded me. But one evening, a woman named Caroline came to our apartment. She was quiet, hesitant but firm. "Margaret," she said, "I think you should know." I froze. "Know what?" Caroline's eyes were sad but resolute. "Daniel. He's living another life. He has a family somewhere else." 3 words. 3 words that made my world tilt on its axis. I felt a strange, cold detachment, like I was observing someone else's life. "How long?" I asked, my voice steadier than I felt. 3 years, she whispered. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just sat there, listening to the hum of the refrigerator, feeling a calmness I didn't understand. That night, I packed my things and left. Not far, just enough to remember myself again. The following months were surreal. Daniel's company collapsed in a corruption scandal. Millions disappeared. And somehow, my name appeared in the reports. They labeled me complicit, arrested, humiliated. I had done nothing. In that cold, gray jail cell, a fellow inmate told me what I had suspected all along. "He used your name for shell accounts." Perfect scapegoat. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I just listened. And somewhere deep inside, a fire started. Not anger. Not revenge yet. Just clarity. For decades, I lived quietly, helping women who had been cheated, abandoned, or accused falsely. I didn't offer advice. I listened. I helped them find small victories that didn't make headlines. Meanwhile, Daniel thrived. Wealthier, respected, untouchable. But he forgot one thing. Silence isn't weakness. It's strategy. It's preparation. Every newspaper article, every charity gala I saw on TV, every mention of his name in the city. It all fueled a quiet, steady plan inside me. I wasn't going to confront him out of hate. I was going to expose truth, piece by piece, and let the world see him as he really was. Years passed. I moved to a modest apartment in the city, overlooking the river. The skyline was always alive, lights glimmering against the dark water, reminding me of possibilities. I spent my mornings walking through quiet streets before the rush, sipping coffee at a small cafe where the barista knew my name. Slowly, I began documenting everything I knew about Daniel. His companies, his charities, the shell accounts, and the people he had silenced. I had learned to be meticulous, patient, and careful. I became invisible in the right ways, watching, waiting, recording. Then the call came. A young man, nervous, polite. "Are you Margaret Doyle?" "Yes," I said. "I'm Daniel's son. My father, he's very ill. He wants to see you before it's too late." I paused. The world didn't stop. The rain pattered against my window. "I see," I said. "People always remember God when their sins start hurting." That night, I couldn't sleep. Memories of our past, happy, naive, tragic, filled the dark room. By dawn, I had made my choice. I would see him. Not for him, but for the truth. The hospital smelled like antiseptic and despair. Daniel lay in a stark white room, tubes crisscrossing his arms. His eyes, once sharp and confident, were now fragile. "Margaret." He whispered, a tremor in his voice. I thought you'd never come." "I didn't come for you," I said softly. "I came for me." He coughed, weak, desperate. "I was wrong. You destroyed me," I interrupted calmly. "And yet, here you are still believing you can ask for mercy." His lips quivered. I want to fix it." "Fix it?" I repeated. "The life you broke, the trust you shattered, can't be fixed with words." I handed him a folder. Evidence, compiled over decades. Financial records, emails, documents proving his crimes. The shell companies, the cover-ups. Every move he made to control, humiliate, and silence me was documented. He tried to protest, tried to beg, but I didn't listen. My calm was unshakable. "Sign," I said. "This clears my name, and it's just the beginning." The next morning, news channels exploded. Headlines screamed, "Harris Corporation scandal deepens. Daughter-in-law exposes fraud." Daniel's world crumbled. Board members resigned. Banks froze assets. His name, once untouchable, became a symbol of greed and deception. I watched quietly. I didn't celebrate. I felt no joy, just relief. For years, I had carried the weight of his lies. Now the truth carried it for me. He called me, desperate. "Margaret, what have you done?" "I didn't do anything," I said calmly. "You did it yourself. I just stopped pretending not to see it." For days, I slept little. The weight of decades of silence and anger pressed on me. But then, a woman from Harris Corporation called. She thanked me. "You saved many of us," she said, trembling. I hung up, staring at the city lights. Justice had arrived, but it didn't erase the damage. It only stopped it from spreading. My granddaughter, Anna, came to me. "Grandma, are you okay?" I smiled faintly. "I'm finally free, Anna. Free to breathe, without fear." Daniel reached out again, this time through lawyers. He begged for mediation, for public apologies, for any semblance of reconciliation. I met him at a press conference. He tried to explain, to charm, to control, but it was too late. Every word, every gesture only highlighted the damage he had caused. "You should have never underestimated me," I said. My voice was calm but unyielding. "You mistook patience for weakness." "But silence can be deadly." Finally, I met Daniel in person, one last time. The room was quiet, tense. "You think you won?" he said, voice trembling. "But this isn't over." "Oh, it's over," I said. "Not for me, for you. The world sees the truth now. And that's more powerful than anything you ever controlled. I laid out every betrayal, every hidden account, every moment of humiliation he caused. He tried to interrupt, tried to cry, tried to justify, but the evidence was relentless. By the end, he was silent. His empire shaken, his name ruined, his legacy exposed. And I stood there, not victorious in anger, but in clarity. Weeks later, the city felt different. The newspapers no longer mentioned me in scandal. My name was cleared. Justice had been served. I walked through the streets, feeling the wind on my face, the sun on my back. I thought about the years I lost to fear, to silence, to betrayal. Anna sat beside me on the porch one evening. "Grandma, do you ever regret it?" "No," I said. "Regret is for those who never act. I chose truth. That's all anyone can do." The ocean beyond shimmered in the evening sun. I breathed deeply. I was 68, alive, free and whole. And for the first time in decades, I realized something essential. Revenge isn't about hatred. It's about reclaiming your life. Justice isn't loud. It's inevitable if you have patience, courage, and clarity. I stepped back inside, leaving the past behind. Daniel's voice, once so powerful over my life, was now just a memory. I smiled faintly. Silence had finally spoken.